Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone who do rule and teach well. Peace and blessing salutations as always to sincere Akim, pushing this truth, this gospel to the four corners of the earth, putting your life on the line. To do so, keeping the faith and diligence of our Lord, Yahweh Shai, occupying the prophecies and faith, noising this gospel abroad. And to the few sincere Aquath that's listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. So this is a lesson in the spirit. I saw a brother touch on this video yesterday, so I'm gonna put my spiritual 2 cents on this, man. And basically, you got Esau in this video. He calling out for you Israelites to pretty much save America, all right? And it's very it's really disrespectful as hell, for these Edomites to come out as atrocious as they've treated our people, as much slander as they do to you on a daily basis. And just the wicked and violent history that they have towards you Jakes out there, for them to now come out. And he's not the only one, but it's just a video I wanted to touch on in the spirit. But you have a lot more Edomites, pretty much calling on Jake to save America, all right? And they know that it's the end. Many of them can see that this country is on a very fast downward spiral and that there's nothing that they can do to save it. And furthermore, these Edomites, they've never been at the forefront of any real social revolution that really brought about change. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about civil rights, you think about abolition, you know what I'm saying? You think about hell, even, Black Lives Matter, even though we know that was a psyop, but who was at the forefront of that? It was Jake. All right. So these Edomites, they don't have a history of being at the forefront of fighting oppression. Why? Because they've been in the power seat. All right. This is their kingdom. This is their rule. So they've never had to fight oppression. You know what I'm saying? They've never had to go out on the front lines and battle the elites like Jake has, man. But now they find themselves in a position to where they losing everything. They losing their quality of life. And you know what I'm saying, even though Jake is being used as the scapegoat as to why America is going down, you have a portion of Edomites that want Jake to step up. Okay. And really it's to hell with these devils anyway, because they only mad that they being left out of the deal. All right. If these Edomites, if these low-level Edomites were allowed to come in on the NWO, if they were given benefits, you know what I'm saying, if they were allowed to retain their white privilege, then you wouldn't even see videos like this on the internet. They ass would be quiet, they'd be getting their benefits, and they would be ducked off. But yeah, like I said, now that they losing as a whole, now they want to unite with Jake. Now they want to come out and say, black and white, let's unite. Like, nah, hell nah, man. Y'all time to go down is now, and our time to come up is also now. Okay, because as it says in 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9, that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Well, you're going to see in this video that Esau pretty much on his knees, you know what I'm saying, begging Jake to get involved, you know what I'm saying? And when you look at the comments, you know what I'm saying, you look at the comments, says, no, we black men are minding our black lives and black business. Our families and our communities need us more than ever now. Y'all voted for Trump, so y'all deal with him in his administration. Exactly. And again, that's why I say it's disrespectful, man. Like, they're really spitting in you Israelites' face, because here it is. They voted for this dude Trump off the basis of hate. You know what I'm saying? Because really, we said the quiet part out loud that these devils voted for Trump because they pretty much wanted to put you Israelites back in your place. Because he came in talking about what deportations and bringing the jobs back and all this and that pretty much entailed putting you Israelites, what I'm saying, back into subjection, taking your rights away. So they was all cool with that. But now that it's backfired on them, now they feel some type of way, right? Unarmed black people still being shot down by cops. We got our own fight, so you get the point. Jake is pretty much like, nah, this, we tired of fighting for y'all. This is y'all battle. All right, y'all go out there and protest and rise up against your elites. You deal with it, okay? And that's the sentiment now, man. Jake is learning to pretty much let the heathen fight their own battles, man, because in the past, Jake was always willing to fight for the heathen. You know what I'm saying? To fight for these Edomites, these other nations. But now Jake is wising up and being like, you know what? All the fighting and protesting that we've done, to help other people, but nobody has came to our rescue. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody has came to defend us, you know? And like the one Eve said, we still getting shot down in the streets. But you don't see Edomites going out there and protesting for that, but they want to save America. Well, Esau, there is no saving America. You know what I'm saying? This is the end of y'all kingdom, and y'all going down. So check this out.
Black men, I think we need you. I think America needs you. Okay? And I know it's unfair after everything this country's done to you to ask you to save it, but I think you're the only people who can. All this stuff going on with Izzy and Palestine.
And look at this dude's eyes, man. You can visually see that these Edomites are distraught. you know, like you can look in his eyes and see that he knows that it's over. And this is why the last resort is to call on you Israelites out there, okay? Because he knows that overall America's cooked, he's cooked. You know what I'm saying? And the last resort is to call on Jake to save the day.
Well, someone's got to stop them. And anybody that says something, anytime you get a white guy or even a Jewish dude speaking out about it, they hit them with the...
And ain't no small hat about to come in and rise up against the elites. Why? Because the small hats are the ones that are in power. All right? And y'all are the same people, man. Because you have these Edomites, they all be like, oh, well, we're not the same. They're different. Nah, y'all are the same, man. All right? Y'all come from the same forefather, Esau. All right? Y'all are pretty much like what, cousins? You know? Yeah, like pretty much. But bottom line is, y'all are the same people. But the small hats, they're really the reason why America is going the way that it's going. All right? Because they came in a long time ago, mainly at the time of the First World War, 1913. They came in with the Federal Reserve Bank and all of that, and that's when they really got their foothold on America. To what I'm saying, you fast forward to 2025, they've completely hijacked America. You know what I'm saying? And this is why they're setting up this new digital technocracy that's going to make even these low-level Edomites perpetual digital slaves, man. You see? And that devil, Larry Fink, all right, which is the head of BlackRock and also now the head of the WEF, he's also a small hat, okay? Pretty much all these people that you see in these high positions of power in these organizations and governments, they're all small hats, man. All right? Or they're crypto small hats, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them change their names and they hide their identity. But nonetheless, these Edomites are going down at the hands of their own people. All right? It's not because of Jake. Jake don't have no power to collapse America, man. Okay? Only the Edomite has the power to do that.
the racist label, anti-Semitic, stuff like that. Black guys, you you can do it. White guys, white people, they're not gonna jump on the "you're racist" train to black guys. And even if they do, I mean, come on, you can rubber glue that shit, okay? And I'm not saying we need black guys to come at it like Kanye, but we just need you to speak the fucking truth, okay? That we're allowing this to happen. We're enabling the people that are most known for an extreme act of organized evil happening to them. In World War II, those people are doing that to another group of people.
And he's talking about the small hats over there in the land of Gaza. Okay, that whole genocide, man. And again, why don't you Edomites rise up against the small hats and protest them in mass numbers? Huh? Why don't you go out there to Gaza or be staging mass protests in America to protest that? But no, all right. And see, you Edomites are really selfish because as long as you're comfortable and you can live well, you don't give a damn what nobody else go through, even if it's your own people, oppressing and destroying somebody else, man. And a couple months ago, they had that No Kings protest, and look what happened to that. Nothing came of it. You know what I'm saying? And why? Because Jake wasn't involved in it like that. I mean, you had some Israelites, sprinkled in one or two here, you know what I'm saying, like here and there, but you ain't see Jake out there and in mass numbers protesting with the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Jake said, nah, y'all go ahead and do what you gotta do. We gonna sit this one out. And as you see, they ain't really make no noise with that No Kings protest, man. But guarantee if Jake was out there side by side with them Edomites, that really would have got some real pull behind it. Okay, and that's why these Edomites, they need you Jakes to be involved in whatever they got going on. Because as it is written, we are the salt of the earth, man. So anything that we're involved in, anything that we put our energy towards, it prospers, okay? And these Edomites know that. That's why it's pretty much saying that really only y'all can do it. You know what I'm saying? Only you can really make something happen. But Jake is in a different spirit these days, man, because, again, just the history speak for itself. Why would Jake go out there and put your life on the line and go through it for these Edomites when they know it's not going to be no return on the back end? All right? It's all going to be in vain. And America's still going to go down. Any way you want to look at it, man, like America's cooked.
All right? And if anyone in this country could speak out about a great evil that everyone is just allowing, just sitting by and denying, it's you. Okay? You guys are the experts on this. You can speak on this without any guilt, without being silenced. All right? Because in America, you guys have the most powerful voice. Okay? You built this country, okay? Everyone knows.
Yeah, see? Now it's, oh, you guys built this country. Everybody knows it, right? So that's, Esau funny, man. Okay, and that shows you that these Edomites know. They know what's been done to you. They know the contributions that you've made to America, man. All right, but they keep silent about it because it makes them feel good to buy into the whole white supremacy narrative, okay, when in fact they're inferior and we're superior, all right, hands down, okay? But it makes them feel better to buy into the white supremacy narrative and to say, oh, white inventions and this and that, when majority of so-called white inventions you stole from a so-called black man, all right? Like you go back to the time of slavery, you got there was a device known as the cotton gin, right? In which it pretty much made separating the cotton fibers from the seed more efficient to where you could pretty much double or triple the productivity of picking cotton. Okay, now that invention was credited to a so-called white man named Eli Whitney, but when you really going into the history of it, why the hell would a so-called white man, slave master, why would he need to invent a device to make picking cotton easier when he already had the easiest job? Just sit back and have your slaves do it. No. Okay, Jake in slavery, okay, because we're a very ingenious, creative people, okay, especially when it comes to figuring out how to do stuff easier. You know what I'm saying? Jake is good for that. So in their genius, Jake come up with all these inventions and devices to make their job easier, man. But then you have Esau come in and say, oh yeah, well, these niggas are smart. Okay, Esau come in and he takes the invention, puts his name on it, gets a patent, and he gets the credit. All right, and showing you that these Edomites are thieves, man. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shah say that the thief cometh not before to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that's all these Edomites do. Okay, all they do is steal, man. Okay, they steal lands, they steal people, they steal intellectual property. Okay, and they don't give credit where credit is due. That's how these Edomites get down. But now he want to come out and say, oh yeah, well y'all built America, like we don't already know that, man. Okay, America has been built on the backs of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Okay, but you don't hear that, being put out there as something to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much tell you, Jakes, that you ain't shit. You know that you ain't nothing but a nigga. You ain't nothing but a spick. You ain't nothing but a wetback. Tonto. Okay, that you ain't contributed to American society in no type of way. Okay, but when it's convenient for them, now they want to come out and praise you for your hard work. Get out of here, man.
All right, and granted, you did it mostly against your will, but you fucking did it. Okay, and then you broke the chains of the oppressors. Okay, and we need you guys to take that expertise and show this country that it's being evil again. Okay, that is being just as evil as before, but because it's out of sight, out of mind, we pretend that it's not. Okay, and it's we need you. I really believe that only you could do it, but because America is racist. Okay, it is, and if you're the one speaking against it, it's going to be conflicted. Okay, but because we need you to weaponize white guilt against these fucking monsters, and I think you could do it. I know it's unfair. Okay, this country, it is yours. You built it, and they took it from you. But guys, you've got to be our moral compass, or we're not going to have one. We're going to go completely off the rails on.
Yeah, cause you Edomites damn sure ain't got no type of moral compass, man. After all, y'all are the wicked. Okay, y'all are the wicked, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. So of course y'all ain't got no goddamn moral compass, man. All right. Again, Jake has been at the forefront of all, social justice, righteous movements, man. You see, Edomites have not been at the forefront of that. You know what I'm saying? Like anything wicked, yeah. I mean, you're gonna find the wicked there. All right. So when you deal with, like, for example, the alphabet gang, all you see is a whole bunch of Edomites, you know, uh, upholding that. Okay. You look at Planned Parenthood, who's at the forefront of that, Edomites. Okay. All, what I'm saying, pretty much all the wicked shit, you're gonna see Edomites there. But when it comes to something righteous, something that's actually standing for a cause, you know what I'm saying, you don't see these Edomites there, out there protesting and putting their life on the, nah, man. Jake has been doing that. And this why he said that we need your expertise, because why? Jake has been doing it. Okay?
Some white devil fucking World War II Third Reich type shit. If you
Yeah, some white devil World War II Third Reich. Okay? That's all these devils are good for, man. He's basically saying that, look, if you blacks, okay, don't get involved, then it's gonna be on some it's gonna be on some white devil shit, man. Okay, which y'all already on that, so just keep on going. All right, keep on going till y'all destroy yourself, and we can all be relieved of you Edomites. All right, because quite frankly, like people talk about black fatigue. Well, hey, guess what? The whole world has white fatigue. Okay, Edomite fatigue, man. Okay, and a prime example of that is what's going on with them small hats over there in Gaza. You see what I'm saying? The whole world is coming against the so-called white man Esau Edom, as is prophesied what happened in Job 20 and 27, that the earth should reveal his iniquity and would rise up against him, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? So this, bottom line is this is a time for you Edomites to go down, and Jake is not going to save you. Okay, Jake is not going to step in to be the saving grace for you Edomites. It's all over, man. All right. So yeah, this is pretty much the fall of the kingdom of the Edomites, and they not happy about it. But the thing is, if you got an Edomite with the look that he got in his eyes, showing that he's afraid, man, showing he's terrified. How much more when shit really start going down? How much more when the ish really hits the fan? Cause they ain't seen nothing yet. You think it's bad now? Just wait until 2 to 3 months from now, going into 2026. It's gonna be complete hell on earth. See, and it's all for what they voted for. You see, and it's been a meme going around like on online on different platforms that hate is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Referring to Trump, how them Edomites went out there and voted for Trump en masse, and now pretty much they getting what they voted for. So yeah, indeed, hate is expensive, man. Okay, and you Edomites getting exactly what you deserve. You see?
You guys don't start showing out real loud.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's get some precepts, all right? Ecclesiasticus with Sirach. Let's go to chapter 12, right? Because, yeah, as you saw, man, Esau want Jake to come in and be the saving grace, but all that is just flattering words, man. Okay, because let's say that Jake did step in and really showed out for Esau. What's going to happen in the end of it? Are you finally going to be respected within America? Are you finally going to get your just due? Is Esau finally going to leave you alone and just let you be? No. Are they going to stop hating you and finally treat you like a human being? No, man. Okay, so what's really the point? Because let's say if Jake was to step in and, you know, quote unquote save America, y'all would still be on the bottom of the barrel. Them Edomites would praise you one day and the next day they calling you all type of niggas and everything else. All right, so this is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." All right, so no matter how, because the nature of iron is that it's gonna rust. No matter what. Okay, especially if you leave it alone for a while. But no matter how shiny, what I'm saying, like no matter how much you polish that iron and make it shiny and brand new looking, right? Eventually that rust is gonna come out. Because why? That's the nature of iron, man. Just like it's the nature of these Edomites to be the wicked and to be the devil. Okay, that's why scripture says to never trust thine enemy, man. All right, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humbled himself, and the Edomite in that video, he was humbling himself. Okay, he was coming real meek, real humble, real lowly. Oh, we need you. You're the only ones that can do it, right? Yet, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. So again, no matter how much you polish that looking glass or polish that iron, that rust is always going to come back up to the surface, man, because that's just the nature of what it is that you're dealing with. Okay, you can't take it out. It's always going to be there, right? Yeah, verse 12, "Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last and thou with the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. See? So these Edomites can't be trusted, man. Okay, and I guarantee you, 5, 10 years ago, this dude was living high on the hog. All right, he wasn't giving a damn about Jake. But now that his livelihood is now in jeopardy, now he want to come out and be humble about it. You see? But that's how these Edomites do. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Luke the 11th chapter. Okay, Luke 11. It's a lot. Luke, Luke 11. Luke 11 and I believe 7:16. Yeah, let's start at 16. Luke 11 and 16, and others, tempting him, sought of him a sign from heaven. But he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. See? So these Edomites, we know that their kingdom is divided. We see that they're, divided in all types of ways. Households are divided between red and blue. You know what I'm saying? LGBT and, traditional and, those that hate Jake and those that want to, be, buddy with Jake. You know what I'm saying? These Edomites got a whole lot going on. Okay. And ultimately that's Satan divided against itself, man. And this is why their kingdom is falling. Okay. Even when you look at the government structure of America, Babylon the Great, at the top, you got the elite bankers that's in control. Amalek, the small hats. And on the bottom, you got the low level Edomite, man. They're divided against one another. So this is why you're going to see civil war in a short time. Okay, this is why you're gonna see uprisings in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why you're gonna see mass chaos, anarchy happen out here. It tells you that in 2nd Ezra 15 that they shall not regard their kings nor princes. You already got Edomites talking about sedition, you know what I'm saying, going against the government. That what's being done is unconstitutional. So at some point, it's gonna come to a breaking point where these Edomites, they're gonna go to what they know best, which is the sword, and that's gonna be that civil war, that Egyptian against Egyptian spoken of in Isaiah the 19th chapter. All right, verse 18: if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub, and if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your sons cast them out? Therefore shall they be your judges. All right. So Satan is not going to, cast out Satan unless his kingdom be destroyed. But the Lord is putting his spirit on these Edomites, all right, to destroy themselves, man, because their kingdom is divided. You see? And they're all going to, eat the fruits of their own labors, man, which is wickedness and oppression. See? Those that were doing the oppression, now they're the ones being oppressed. And it's crazy that it's being done by their own people. See, this is why the scriptures say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, Yahweh Bashmi Awashai, man, because the Lord can flip the script just like that. And the scriptures also say, that whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So the oppressed, so it's like the oppressor, all right, they're now becoming the oppressed. And in the kingdom, all these Edomites, all right, they're going to be on the very bottom with the rest of the heathen, brethren, and they going to catch the most hell. Esau, Edom. All right, we can close out in Daniel 2nd chapter. Let's go down because we're pretty much at the end of Esau's reign. And this is marked by division as we just read. In Luke 11, this is Daniel 2 and 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. And that's this kingdom right now. Okay. The beast system, but America, Babylon the Great. After all, this is the land of confusion, right? So it's nothing but confusion here, nothing but division. People don't know which direction to go in. People don't know what's right. People don't know what's wrong. All right. Everything is just confused here. And this is why, as it says in this verse we reading, in part of iron, okay, which that's synonymous with the Roman Empire, okay, because Rome was known for its iron weapons, which they used to conquer and subdue the nations. The kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, which also goes into their military might, For as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Yeah, so the this final beast that rules on the earth, which is the revived Roman Empire. They're partly strong because they have that military might. You know what I'm saying? They got the you know, they have the blessing of the sword, you know what I'm saying? But internally they're divided. You know what I'm saying? They're divided politically, they're divided philosophically, you know what I'm saying, in all type of ways, man. So as we just read in Luke 11, the kingdom divided cannot stand. So these Edomites, they're really going down by their own sword. Okay, these Edomites are gonna fall on their own sword, man. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's read matter of fact, yeah, we just read 43 and 44 and close out. Daniel 2 and 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. Yeah, just like these Edomites, that Edomite in that video trying to mingle himself, you know what I'm saying, with the seed of men, mingle himself with Jake, and it's not gonna happen. Okay, because ultimately, of uh we're not of the same ilk. Okay, Esau got his thing going on, Jake got our, we got our thing going on. Like, we got the kingdom coming. You know what I'm saying? Lord will, we be of that number to be of the first fruits. But these Edomites, their kingdom is done, man. And they calling on Jake to save them. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to cleave one to another. Verse 44, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven, Yahweh Bashmel Shai, set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms. Okay, in America, this revived Roman Empire, this beast system is going to be one of those kingdoms that's going to break in pieces, man. And it's going to be consumed. And it shall stand forever. And that's the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be on the earth, which is going to be ruled by the Israelites. Okay, the kingdom of Israel is going to be restored in righteousness upon the planet earth after these heathen nations are taken down. Okay, with our Lord Yahweh Shai, King David in the 144, the elect judges being the heads of it, man. Okay, it's going to be that righteous government that's going to rule over the nations on the earth when it's all said and done. Okay, so all this vain talk of Esau trying to come together and trying to fix a bad situation, it's not going to work. All right, you Edomites are done. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Lord will, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash, called Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai, Bashem Rakah Kadash. Shalom to the next one. Shalom.